The top 3 health hacks right now in 2024 are clean water, which, obviously you can add that to your list too. Clean water, the sun, getting. Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all that juicy goodness. Quick little shout out to my friend Laura. She has her own YouTube channel and she is thriving. She is sharing makeup tips and she does get ready with me's. And I'm going to put on some lip gloss, even though I already have a little bit on. We're going to upgrade in honor of Laura. So go follow her. I'm going to link her channel here. She gives the best makeup tips. Love her to death. Shout out to you, girlfriend. All right, so what we're going to do in this video is we are going to do some page pulls. Louise Hay, such an amazing human. I don't know where our world would be without her teaching. She's such a teacher of love and connection and really self-respect and standing up for yourself, right? So if you don't know who she is, she's amazing. Look her up. Hence Hay House Productions. So let's see what spirit needs you to hear today. Left side. Okay. We need to do more than just treat the symptom. We need to eliminate the cause of the dis-ease. We need to go within ourselves where the process of illness began. All right, here we go. Every hand that touches me is a healing hand. I am a precious being and loved by the universe. As I increase the love I have for myself, so too does the universe. Does the universe mirror this? Increasing love ever more abundantly. I know that the universal power is everywhere in every person, place, and thing. This loving, healing power flows through the medical profession and is in every hand that touches my body. I attract only highly evolved individuals on my healing pathway. My presence helps to bring out the spiritual healing qualities in each practitioner. Doctors and nurses are amazed at their abilities to work as a healing team with me. So this message, and I'm like itching all over my face right now. My guides always, as soon as I enter into a space where I'm channeling messages, they always make me itch. My nose will itch. So they are here, they are present, but they're saying if somebody's dealing with an illness right now, you are being led to the perfect practitioner. You are going to be supported, and your angels can also be, sorry. Your angels can also be a loving spirit team for you where they're going to lead you to the right person to get the help that you need. And I think this is for a lot of people right now. I also believe that how we think about our illness or dis-ease, how we speak about it, plays a huge role in it. And I've learned from Louise Hay that anytime we have any kind of illness in our body, there's a spiritual thing behind it. There's something that you are resisting. Okay, so if you are struggling with, I think I talked about it before in one of my videos about my eyesight, me struggling to see the future and needing to know and wanting to know and all of that frustration, well, that was actually putting a strain on my eyes physically. I was needing my glasses more, and I just realized that I didn't have to use my glasses to read that book, where normally I'm always putting my glasses on. I even brought my glasses just in case, but I just realized, oh my gosh, I could see it. And I knew that I was guided to give up caffeine. I was guided to start giving up things that make my liver very fiery and hot. And it's fiery energy is resistance, right? It's heat, it's inflammation. So obviously my eyes were inflamed from me being fiery hot about my life, and then also adding more to my liver with caffeine. So instead, if any of you are struggling with a caffeine addiction and you want to break the cycle, or maybe you're really into energy drinks. I used to love Bang energy drinks. They were like my favorite a couple of years ago. And then I was like, I can't keep drinking these. These are probably awful for my intestines. They probably kill my gut lining. And then I came across Element. So, and they just started making these in cans. So it feels like I'm still getting the energy of an energy drink with the crack of the can opening. It's very ritual for me. And it's an addiction, and I have to overcome that myself. I should not even need this, but this is just water. It's electrolyte water. I love black cherry lime. So I bought a case on Amazon, and I just always have them in my fridge now. So anytime I'm needing that, different flavored water or something like a soda, which to me, soda feels so gross, where before I would always engage in like a Diet Coke or something. But again, all caffeine, and it was literally hurting my eyes. I believe that fiery energy was making my scalp itch all the time. I felt like my skin was really dry on my scalp, and I felt like my hair was falling out. So I literally was like, Michelle, you have to stop. You have to give up this caffeine because it's causing so much heat in my already fiery body. So speaking of the page from the book, like when we're talking about illness and disease, we can either sit, like I could have sat in that and stayed drinking the caffeine and just kept complaining about my issues, or we can take action and we can ask our guides to be like, okay, what can I do here? And I came across the element, and I started to buy the little packets and I would pour it in my water, and then they came out with the cans and I was like, this is just what I need. There's nothing that I love more than getting in my Jeep, taking the Jeep top off, having some sort of yummy drink that's healthy, and going for a drive to see a sunrise or a sunset and blaring music. And it's just one of my rituals that when I die, I literally will miss it so much, not being in physical form. So now I found a way to still get my yummy drink, but not have it crush my liver and my nervous system and my skin. So a lot of times on our journey, like I didn't need to go to a doctor, right? Like I figured it out on my own because I asked my angels and guides to lead me to what I needed. And then I explored and I tried different things out. And I feel guided right now to tell all of you, maybe you can take a pen and paper out right now. I'm going to give you a list of all things that you can look into about whatever illness you're struggling with. Okay, so if I have a client that comes to me and they're telling me about an ailment, I'll go right to my Louise Hay book. I'll link it on the screen, or I'll put the picture on the screen. I can't link it. But it's called Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. And it's like a dictionary book of all the different ailments you can have and the spiritual meaning behind it and the affirmation you can put next to it. So first, that's our first one, is to get that book called Heal Your Body so you can connect the spiritual meaning behind your ailment. And then the second thing I want you to look up is the Human Garage. His name is Gary, and he's on Instagram, he's on YouTube, and he talks about fascia work and how if you can do something called the 28-day reset, where it's almost like stretching in a way, but you're moving your body in these different ways and you're breathing and holding poses. It's like you put one arm here and you pull the skin, rib cage, pull the skin, and then you bend over, look to your right, and then you breathe for like 3 breaths, and then you rotate and do it all over again. What's happening is you're moving that connective tissue, that fascia, and you're allowing blood and oxygen to get to the organ that is struggling. Okay, so that's the second thing. First thing, Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Body. Second thing, Human Garage on YouTube, on Instagram. Then I want you to look up block therapy on YouTube. It's another form of fascia work. You can buy this little block, or you can use a book. I use one of my sweatshirts. I'll roll up one of my sweatshirts really tight, so it's like a tight roll. And I lay on my belly on the floor every night, and I lay with it underneath my belly button or on my belly button. And it is so painful. And you just lay there and it's digging into your gut, right? And what's happening is all day long, we are holding ourselves, we're tightening our stomach, we're maybe in fear a lot, and we might do a lot of things in our belly area and it's building a lot of like excess fascia. Even if you lean forward a lot, you're putting more pressure on your abdomen. So we want to break up all the tissue that builds throughout the day. And when you are pressing, so what happens is the fascia adheres to the bone and it builds like a callus. So when you press on the callus, it dissolves and it melts away from the bone. So now all of that blood and oxygen can get to that area. So if you have a lot of calloused energy around your gut lining, around your stomach, around your liver, guess what's not getting there? Blood. You're not getting oxygen to those organs, and they need oxygen to function. So a huge part of our human society doesn't know this. They don't know that we need to break through the fascia. So laying and having some sort of pressure on any part of your body. It works on your feet. I usually stand on something also every single night for 3 minutes. I'll stand on a hard foam roller. So where the knobby parts of the foam roller are going into the bottom of my feet, and it makes my feet go down because you want to really soften the bottom of your foot to make your toes be able to go down. and it keeps your toes separated. So I'm learning to do that. So fascia work, block therapy was the second or the third one. Human Garage, heal your body. Those are three amazing things to look into, because I believe that we can be our own doctors, right? We can use doctors when we get in car accidents, when we need to get out of something, or literally surgery. But for everyday life, little ailments, I believe we can find the answers on our own through fascia work, through our diet, through movement, through awareness of our thoughts. Are we creating it through stress management? Another thing I want you to write down is to go look up Ayurveda. Start reading about it, watch a video about Ayurveda, and you're going to determine which dosha you are. There's only 3, so it's not a lot of reading. You're either Vata, which is air, like an air sign, Pitta, which is fire, which is what I was talking about. That's what I am. And then there's Kapha. Kapha is earth. So they're usually people that are very earthy, very grounded. They're usually a little bit thicker in the body. They stay in things longer than they need to. They are afraid to take action. They're not the type of people that want to run and sprint and do all these things. They're very slow moving. So they end up accumulating diseases. So they end up getting diseases like diabetes, things that accumulate in their body because they're accumulating as they're resting and not doing much. Not saying they all don't do much, but you guys understand what I mean by that. If you think about an earth energy, think about an earthworm or something that just stays on the ground all the time and doesn't like to move. Fire energy is always moving, is always fast. They burn out so quickly if they don't take rest and if they don't cool themselves down. So for example, last night in the middle of the night, I woke up and I felt like my whole body was just hot. And I was like, all right, I'm just like doing a cold plunge. I literally went in the shower and did a full on cold plunge, and I slept so good after that. But it's because I knew that I'm a pitta and I must have eaten something yesterday that caused my body to overheat, and it was calling me to cool it down. Where the old me would just stay on the couch and maybe kick off the blanket, turn on the ceiling fan, and just like suffer. Where now I have a remedy. I know myself inside and out, that I know what I need. And I also know to eat more cooling foods like cold fruits and vegetables. And I try not to cook my vegetables too much now, because I know my body is already made of heat. So I don't want to add more heat and oily things that will weigh it down. And then if you're Vata, you're more of the in your head all the time. You're usually tall and lean and skinny, and you're very you go with the wind, and sometimes you struggle with making decisions. You end up with more the accumulation of those diseases would be like dementia, Alzheimer's. It's like a wearing down. Like think about the wind hitting you nonstop. It's going to wither away. So those are the diseases that those people tend to have. So if you know your Ayurvedic dosha, you can then take action to help yourself heal. You're going to know how to balance yourself out. Okay. Another thing I feel guided to tell you is try to eat only things that have been grown from the earth for an entire week. Like just say no to all pretzels, chips, pizza, anything that is purchased in a box or in a bag. Just say no to it. Try to just buy 1,000,000 bananas, apples, oranges, broccoli, cauliflower. Make like a big salad for the week that you can constantly just like snack on. Just flood your body with all of these healthy fruits and vegetables just for 1 week. Okay. And then see how you feel. See how your vibration rises. I guarantee you're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. And sometimes we need that kind of reset to get us back on the right track, to realize, oh, wow, I have been eating a lot of like gluten-free stuff, or meaning like gluten-free stuff is the better choice than gluten, but it's not always good because it's processed. Like you're still buying something that's in a box that's being made in a factory, where we want to eat something that's grown from the earth. So potatoes. So test it out. Let me know if it works for you. This really helps me when I do a quick little reset with all fruits and vegetables for a week. It clears my mind so much. And it helps me stay out of my ego, helps me feel so clean and clear. I sleep so much better. My skin gets better. So test it out. The last thing that I want to add is nature and exercise, and they can be done together. So getting yourself outside every single day is key. I've said it 1,000,000 times in all of my videos that nature, they say the top 3 health hacks right now in 2024 are clean water, which, obviously you can add that to your list too. Clean water, the sun, getting the sun every single day, at least just sitting outside, feeling it hit your eyeballs. You need it to hit your eyes, okay? Do not wear sunglasses. Sunglasses block the light, so then the body doesn't get the signal that the sun is coming, so it doesn't produce hormones that it needs to fight off sunburn. So people tend to get burned easier because they're wearing sunglasses. or they're wearing regular reading glasses. So try to let your eyeballs feel the sun so it can send the signal to all of your organs and your cells to prepare for this warmth. Okay. But you want to get the sun. So clean water, the sun, and cleansing your chakras, working with a healer, doing your healing work, doing meditations to clear your chakras. Okay. These are the top 3 health hacks right now in the world. Okay. And the things that I'm sharing with you today are maintenance to help, those are adding to the list. Now we're going to like 4 through 8. So maybe there's 8 health hacks in the world, and we're adding like obviously the spiritual meaning behind illness. What do you do when you get an illness? Do the fascia work to see if it resolves it. Look up block therapy. Really dedicating to eating whole foods. These are all things that we all need to be doing every single day. Okay, you're going to start to suffer if you don't do it. And you might be wondering why you're suffering. And it's because you're not doing these things. Okay, it's just the new way that we have to live in this 5D reality. I know it's not easy to shift and to change your old habits, but we have to. Me giving up caffeine and starting to drink these, and my energy is still great. Like I still feel chipper. I still feel good. And there's other ways you can get caffeine. You can do cacao, you could do matcha, you could do teas. But also like think about your liver, maybe give your liver a break for, a whole month and just allow it to fully cool down. Because every time you put a stimulant in your body, your liver has to go in overdrive to process it. And we don't want to put our liver in that state. We want to cleanse our liver. And celery juice is an amazing cleanse for your liver. It's instant. You can also do a detox smoothie, which is wild blueberries, pitaya, bananas. If you just blend those 3 together with a little water, with a little almond milk, coconut milk, whatever you love, those are a great detox for your liver. Okay, I feel complete with that health hack little rendition. So let's do a little page pull for an animal. Let's finish off this video with a spirit animal for you to all take with you. And I would not be surprised if it's about health, but we'll leave it up for spirit for that. Maybe we'll shift gears. Left side, the heron. You've approached the opportunity before you to a leisurely pace, but now it's time to grab it and go for it with gusto. By meeting this challenging situation head on, you'll discover that you have some powerful gifts and skills that you were unaware of. If one way isn't working, try another and don't get stuck in any single approach. Yes, so this is your health. This is regarding your health. Do not get stuck thinking that you have to resolve it one certain way. Look up everything I just shared and try to find what works for you. It says, spend a day or 2 with no plans or agenda, guided only by your intuition, whether a day of activity, quiet reflection, or a combination. Take full responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and actions rather than blaming others or life circumstances. Okay, quick little screenshot if you want. And I'm not surprised. I took a yoga class the other night, yin yoga, and at the end of the class, we all pull a card, and I got the heron card. It said, stand still. And it was talking about swampy waters. And sometimes we can feel like we're stuck somewhere, but it's destiny. You're meant to be stuck there. And my spirit animal for my monthly spread this month is the crocodile. So I got a crocodile that kind of lives in mucky water, and he's all about resting and waiting for the right time and gathering your resources. So you just got a message to rest, to pull back your energy. Don't try to keep going in the same direction, trying to fix something that's not working. Expand yourself, open yourself up to new suggestions. I went to a yin yoga class 45 minutes away. I just felt guided to do it. So I took action and I did it because my body deserves that kind of treatment, and so does yours. So this whole video ended up being about your health. It's about how you can become your own doctor, your own investigator. And then if things get bad, yes, call in spirit to bring you the right practitioner to work with you. I love doctors and nurses. I always thank them for their service. I just think they're so magical and they're so gifted at what they can do and how they can balance so many different things, and they can know so much about so much. They just blow my mind. I could never do what they do. And I had that experience with my daughter. She was in the hospital for 2 months, her whole life. She was only here for 6 weeks. And I just saw the NICU nurses go above and beyond to care for all of the babies that were in our little pod together. And I just was shocked at how much they know about the human body and how to keep it alive and how to keep it happy and healthy. And we have to start honoring the people that, are in the system in the right way. And they're not just conforming and doing what the government is telling them to do, But, call in the right practitioners that are awakened, and that they're going to ask you, like, how's your stress levels? What do you think the meaning behind this is? How can we get to the root? Is there a trauma that's being released? There are practitioners out there that will guide you in this way. I've coached a couple of them, and they're freaking amazing women. And I know that they're helping their clients in this way. And it's such a gift to be able to have that nowadays. So try to figure it out on your own. And then if you can't, call in a practitioner that is awakened, that is in alignment with you and your values and what you want for your body and for your family. Okay, I'm sending you so much love, and don't forget to get that rest. All right, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. All right, peace out.